Hi, I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner and psychic for over 35 years. This is my Gratitude Sunday. So if you're new here, if you just stumbled upon this video, this is not what I ordinarily do. Ordinarily, I do psychic stuff. I do tarot card readings. I do Lenormand readings. I talk about all the spooky stuff that's out in the world. But the other day, we hit a goal in our super chats. And as promised, I said I would do a get ready with me and show everyone my tips and tricks for having a fresh face at 30, at 54. I wish I was 34. Unfortunately, Gregopedia is not here. Gregopedia is having a little bit of a rehab day over at his buddy's pool. He has been feted all week. It is one of the things that I'm grateful for, that he is retired. He is looking to the future, and he has been partying his butt off all week. So it's been really great for him. My baby boy is on his way home. His band came in third in the world. The percussion came in second. So he always likes that percussion ranking to be really, really good. My daughter, we have all of her stuff ready for college. So we are going to be shipping her out pretty soon and washing all of the linens and repackaging them so we can get them shipped up there. It should be an amazing experience for her. So everybody is happy and healthy. Most importantly, this is actually the highlight of the day. Tortoishelli, one of the kittens, went to a new home. And it's a nice gal from over at the physical therapy place that I've been going to for a year. Nice gal. She's got kids. And I'm getting pictures already. She's been gone just for a few hours, and I'm getting pictures already. And she looks very settled in. She looks very happy. And the boys seem fine upstairs, so they're running amok and they're curled up in a little bed together. It's very cute. But all is well. Tonight we're going to have some Zeppelis. I'm going to make some Zeppelis, and we're going to have some bourbon drinks with the neighbors and just kind of cruise into next week. So life is good. I'm going to be making a curry for my baby boy in a little bit. I'll get that done soon enough. And God, everything is just in place and really great. So as always, I am so grateful to all of you for watching, for liking, subscribing, for being members, for being private clients, for attending my off YouTube events. So appreciate it. It's really, my goal is to make people feel better, give them some entertainment, give them some spooky stuff to think about. And you guys are making that happen. So I really, really appreciate it. And I'm so, so grateful for each and every one of you. So that being said, let's get started. And I'm gonna have to like do the hand thing and all this, like a real influencer. So I just prepped my face with Neutrogena face wash. I like it. It's foaming. It's very gentle. If I need to remove makeup, I do that with coconut oil. It is cheaper than it's cheaper, when you figure it out in bulk. It's cheaper than the makeup removers, and it actually is really, really good for your skin. You just have to take it off. So rub it in, wipe it off with a tissue, and then double cleanse with your foaming cleanser. After I do that, I have a day cream and a night cream, and I use the Eucerin Q10 creams. In the summer, I use sunscreen mixed in with that. But what I do with my lotion is a little bit different. I put 3 drops of black virgin cold pressed castor or Jamaican castor oil. I put 3 drops of that into my my skin cream day and night, and then I put like 5 drops of sweet almond oil. You should have a little carrier oil in there. The castor oil does penetrate your skin more deeply than other oils. I know this from the interwebs. So it just adds a little bit more. I have a fascia blaster that I use on my face. It's called the face blaster. As some people find that suggestive. But I'm not going to show that today. And I also have the Jazzerciser, and I'm not going to show that today. So we're just going to do makeup. We're just going to do colors here. So once I have my lotion on, I also put in a small smear of Vaseline, like regular Vaseline, and spread it all over your face just a little tiny bit. And then you take some water from the tap and mix that in. It does two things. It keeps all of your serums and your lotion and your moisture in. It gives you a protective barrier, and it also functions as a little bit of a primer. It's a sticky primer, but it is a primer. Now, famous people, Marilyn Monroe used this religiously. She loved Nivea cream and Vaseline. So I do have a little bit of a prime going on, but I like to use the e.l.f. cooling sticks. These are actually really great as primer. And this one, I used to just get the white one, but this one is a blue cooling stick plus primer. I go over my eyebrows, guys. I'll explain why. I do not put it under my eyes where my concealer is going to go. And I will rub that in. I don't put it under my eyes because for me, it doesn't smooth out the lines there. It actually accentuates them. So you may be a little bit different, but for me, it makes the crepiness under my eyes look terrible. My eyebrows, I do tweeze them on my own. I take care of them myself. After I do my primer, I comb them straight up like the Heatmeister. Straight up. Oh, I don't think you guys can see that. I'll have to turn this light somehow. Now I'm going to drop everything, right? All right. I think you can see it now. Eyebrows straight up. Put them straight up. And I give my primer a little time to set. After you put your eye cream on, you should wait 5 minutes before you put anything over it, by the way. So give yourself 5 minutes, drink a glass of water after you wash your face before you do your concealer under your eyes. So this just helps the primer dry. This primer, this cooling stick primer from e.l.f., it doesn't get sticky. I know some people like the sticky primers. And always have a fan. Always have a fan on your beauty table because you need it. And always have a damp sponge too. Damp sponge. All right. So this is something that I do that's a little bit different. Dry brush. And this is the e.l.f. liquid blush. This is super, super pigmented. And this is the camo blush in what color? I have no idea what color it is. But it's like a cherry red. And you just need 2 dots right there. 2 dots. See that dot? And you're just going to carve it in. So I know a lot of people like the mineral blushes and things like that. I always find they make my face itch. And I don't know if that's me. I'm not super allergic to a lot of things. So you see, we're just bringing that in. Just bringing it in. And this is a dry brush. This I wash and dry this brush like every 3 days. So it's just a dry brush. So it gives you just that little bit of color on your face underneath your foundation. So I love the Halo Glow from e.l.f. And I have like at any given time, I have 3 in here. So I can't tell you which color I kind of lean into. It's just really however my skin looks that day. If I got a little bit of color outside, I'll use the darker one. This is the darker one. And I just put it right on my face because why not? Now, this is what I do a little differently too. Oh, and by the way, guys, like I went to hairdressing school. Like I learned how to do makeup professionally. I don't know if this is professional, but I did learn how to do it. Our skin is not all one color. Like some people, you may have melasma. I have melasma. It's not as bad as it used to be. I have a 5-minute skin intense light pulse that I've been reducing it with. But your skin is not all the same color. It does have different variations. So what I do instead of blending in is I stipple. So I don't paint on my face. I stipple in. I just stipple, 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 stipple. Don't mess up your eyebrows. Just going to do this. Just going to do, and we're going to do this for concealer too. So down on my neck where I'm not quite so pory, I will kind of brush. But for the most part, I'm stippling in. And this way, you're not going to lose a lot of that makeup into the brush. You're going to lose some. I don't love brushes because I know you do lose a lot of product in there. And one of the reasons I use e.l.f. is because the packaging, the Halo Glow foundation is actually a pretty big package. But like this is not a large package, so it's not going to expire. And this is one of the greatest things ever. That is the monochromatic anything stick. It's for blush, lips, eyes. You can put it all over. So we're there. I'm just going to give this a little second or two to dry. And we are going to go back. We're going to fine tune those eyebrows, bring them back up. And as you get older, you lose eyebrows. It really stinks. So you're going to have to fill them in a little bit. And there's a company here in the United States called Ioni. This is at our dollar store. I heard about it from Bethany Frankel. And we also have Wet n Wild. The reason why I have two of these is because they will give you different grades of coloring for your eyebrows, and I am out of my correct coloring. So I'm going to use the blonde from my Ioni kit and the dark brown from my Wet n Wild kit. I'm going to mix them up in the empty palette here. So you don't draw the eyebrows on, tap them on. It's almost like you want to stamp them on to your face. I think I'm going to have to switch cameras. All right, so I switched cameras. I don't even know where to look now, guys. The crazy thing is that I have a camera on my mirror that should work, and I don't know how to set it up. So back to eyebrows. Remember, your eyebrows should be sisters, not twins. Sometimes they're cousins. They don't match. Your eyebrows should not match. So mine certainly do not match. Fun hint that I just learned recently, and I didn't do it at the beginning of my eyebrows. You should do your non-dominant side first. So I'm glad I got the second camera because this is going to be a lot easier to see. All right, so fluffy brush. This is powder end. This is concealer end. And I don't know why it has powder in it. Must have done something. Must not have cleaned it as well. So same thing. This is going to be for my concealer. Actually, I'll give you guys a little extra. So when I'm extra, I'm going dramatic. I did it again. I did the non-dominant side first. I did my dominant side first. Dang it. So this can give you that really nice carved out arch. And just so you know, I'm not becoming a makeup channel, even though I love all things makeup and girly. So I'm just going to buff that out a little bit. It's going to have a highlighting effect. That was, this is also the Camo Elf concealer. Elf branded. And we're just going to buff that out. Nice and light. Don't go bananas. And you can bring that down a little bit. That's going to get like a really clean line on your eyebrow. Really, really clean line. So you can see I have a lot of discoloration on my lid. We're going to get there when I do the under eye. All right, so I never put the wand directly on my face, not for germ purposes or anything. I'm the only one using this makeup, but because I want to control how much goes on. So just like we did the stippling on the rest of our face, we're going to do stippling here and bring it up this way. It's going to lift your eye. You could do it with eye makeup and you can do it with highlighter and concealer. It's actually pretty cool. So this is a damp sponge. Again, just a beauty blender. We're just going to blend that a little bit. I like to do my concealer like more than a few shades lighter than my foundation. And we are going to set this underneath. Now, it's nice and mellow under there. Don't let it dry. I think I might have let this dry just a little bit too much. Getting a little bit of crack there. You can see a little cracking. We'll do it better on the second one. I am just having drinks with the neighbors, so not really worried about it. Greg should be back in a little bit. We're going to make Zeppelis. So again, stippling. Because if you look at your under eye, it is not all the same darkness. So you may need more on the inside. You may need more on the outside. You may need more on your lid. But remember, bring that up. You want to highlight like right along that cheekbone. You're going to use this as a highlighter. So I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm going to give this a little moisture. Hold it in there. And then I'm going to do my lid. And this is also how I prime my lids for eyeshadow as well. Oh, and the powder I'm using is the e.l.f. HD powder. And I use it underneath my eyes and lightly on my lid. It'll make your shadows slide around. All right. So I didn't get a lot of sun this weekend. I got a little bit, but not a lot. Take a big fluffy brush. And this is Maybelline City Bronzer. Tap it in. Then tap it off. Then do the same thing. So think about where the sun hits your face when you're outside. Hits it on your nose, on your chin, just like kind of around, go up under your ears. Give yourself a little definition there. A little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. And then just blend, blend, blend. Now that bronzer is a little warm in color. I like to do any contouring that I have to do with a cooler color. So this is an Ulta Beauty. It's really old. The Baked Bronzing Duo, but it's from Ulta. It's super old. It's all broken apart. But it has one side that is a cool, they come in different shades, of course, but this one has a cooler bronzer. So I use that just to carve out my nose a little. And to be sure, I don't have a problem with my nose. I do have a deviated septum, so I wouldn't be opposed to a nose job. And mine doesn't turn up, so I push it up a little bit. I just put a little on the top. So 2 lines down the side. So you're going to have a vacant space here and a vacant space on the end of your nose, because we're going to go in there and highlight it. So this is still wet from when I carved out my eyebrows. So I'm just going to put that itty bitty bit of highlighter on there. You can see it. I'm coming in. See a little bit of highlighter. And then we take this and dot on the end of my nose. So now my nose looks crazy, but the base is almost done. I think the base is the most important thing on your face. I think if your base looks good, the rest of you is going to look good. So I just blend in the contouring a little bit, and then I mush it all together. With this little guy. And so you still have some definition there. If I've got a lot to do, I'll do a little bit of contour with this coming under here. And I am getting jowly because I'm 54. So I will just cut here and bring that down just a little bit. Cut out my jowls here and bring that down just a little bit. And if I do contour like that, I will add a little bit more concealer to give it that highlighting effect. Again, stippling all along the way. So this way, that little bit of joweling that I have, or a lot of bit of joweling, recedes into the background, and the highlight stands out in the front. Just be careful that you don't go over the contouring you did, because I've done that a million times. Like, how come it's in contour properly? Oh, because I went under it. Could add a little carve here. Nobody wants that buccal fat removal. Huge mistake. Don't do it. You need that fat in your face. All right. So now we've got a base. This is a base. I can add a little bit of blush. And so I have the NARS Romantic Amour. I'm sorry. My son bought me this. Bought me an expensive blush. What a good kid. Tap it off. Start up by your temple and bring it down. A little bit across the top. You have to think about when you are winded after exercise, those kinds of things. Where does your face get brighter? Where do you get red? And you should work with that. So, little fun fact about makeup. We'll talk about magic of makeup. So one of the things, there's a number of things that happen when females are fertile. The whites of their eyes get brighter. Their face gets more symmetrical. They will flush. Their lips will get bigger. Their eyes appear to be bigger. And these are all indicators to the other organic creature that you are ripe and ready for reproduction. So what we're doing with makeup is we're recreating that. We are trying to create an illusion of fertility and plumpness. We're ready to go. So if we're going to make our eyes look bigger, and this is an eye trick that I do, starting with your non-dominant eye, make sure you have a real good point on your eyeliner. This is the Jamalama only eyeliner on the planet. It's the Lancome Kohl. It is super, super movable. So what I mean by that is when you put it on, you can still manipulate it. It's not like you draw a line on and it stays there. I have other, like I have this Ayeka one. This is a liquid eyeliner. This, it goes on, it's wet, you can't move it. I also have one of these stamp eyeliner. Oh no, this is another liquid eyeliner. I don't love liquid eyeliner. I actually do it by hand. But I have another one that's an actual stamp eyeliner marker. Here you go. It's a stamp, and you just stamp that on and then go about your business. And I like it. It's okay, but I think it's easier to do it by hand for me. You may be different. So what we're going to do is come in nice and tight. So many makeup artists say don't hold your eye because you're going to pull it. But I have hooded eyes. So I have to see what the hell is going on in there. So there we go. Yikes. I did a little bit of a Marilyn Monroe. Whoops. I have to make a match. Oh boy. Well, that's what we have Q-tips for. So great thing that I can demonstrate how movable this is. I just took a little of that off. I like to use this really nice blending brush. This is actually, it's a pencil brush, and you can move this eyeliner around beautifully. So you can like pull it out. See, I'm just gently pulling it out to the corner. My eyelid looks like a mess now. And just going to buff it out a little bit, make it really natural. Even though I did this big, thick Marilyn Monroe line. But you guys, I'm sure you've noticed, like the days that I don't put eyeliner on, I look like I'm half asleep. So today, since I'm not going anywhere and I want like a really round eye, I am going to connect at the corner. Some days I do not connect at the corner, and I will pull the top out and pull the bottom out. So I'll have like a double tail, and then I use this to put a little concealer in there and create some negative space. So it's a lot of eye makeup already. I just want to say I went really heavy on my top lid. I'm not happy about it. So, and you want to lift. You guys see me alternating between holding with the sponge and holding with my finger. The reason why I'm doing that is I'm just trying to get a little bit of oil on my skin. I also have a scar on this eye. Every kid from the 70s has a an end table injury. So I had an end table injury and I have a little scar on that eye, and it makes my eyes just slightly different. So there. So I did just a little bit of a wing, even though it is Sunday night and I'm just going to be chilling out and cooking. So packing on eyeshadow is always a lot of fun. And which one am I? Let's use this is again from Ulta. And oh, actually, no, I'm going to use the this is Tarta, and this is the Tartus Pro to Go. Beautiful little dirty palette. But I'm going to use this champagne color. Right there. I'm going to use that champagne color, and I'm going to pack it onto my lid. So what does that mean? You're just going to use the brush and you're just going to push down. This particular compact is clay-based formula. So once you like stick it onto your skin, it's there, which is great. So you can just kind of get it where you want it and then leave it. Oh, this is a fun little thing. This is a little brush. You just dust off your brushes in it, and it cleans them. You have a clean brush. I wash my brushes about once a week. But those, I just use that in between. All right, so we're going to give a little bit of definition here. And I'm going to use this really dark color. So super dark right there in the middle, but I'm tapping the snot out of the brush. And then I'm just going to tap right in to the crease. And this is to just create some more definition in my eye. I'll do this one too at the same time. Now, because I have hooded eyes, not hidden eyes, hooded eyes, if I close my eye, this crease disappears. You won't see this crease. A little extra in there. And now, this is where the magic happens. Where is it? Fluffy brush. Oh, I didn't show you guys this brush. This is actually a fluffy brush too. This is the Elf. I don't have the number on it, but this is not as fluffy as this one. You see, not as fluffy as that one. More, it's a stiffer bristle. And I like putting my crease color on with this. It gives me a lot more control. Now with this, with the fluffy brush, you just go in and you soften the edges. And remember, your crease has two edges. It's got an inside one and an outside one, a top and a bottom. You're just going to blend that. And you're going to get some of the gold up in it. I've never done one of these. I really don't know what I'm doing. Should have just put music on behind this. I'm going to blend this guy out too. Some people do circles. I do like little strokes. Sometimes circles. All right, so there it is. There it is. Makeup should not make you look made up. But unfortunately, because of the filming thing, like all the lights that I have on, like I have to put a little extra on. So right now, I don't know if I look super, super extra. So that is my eyes. That is, I am done. I rarely put on more than two colors. I will put, I'm sure you guys have seen it, I'll put a sparkle, like a glitter on the inside of my eyes for my channel because it does make my eyes show up a lot better. So a bit more makeup than I'd like to have on tonight. Curling your eyelashes. We're going to talk about that because I used to hate curling my eyelashes. Makes a difference. You should do it. This is the Halo Glow powder. It's the pink powder. And I'm just going to put that under my eyes in my T-zone. This is my setting powder. And this is what I use in the summer. I use a spray in the winter that's hydrating. You don't want to use all powder on your face in the winter. So this is setting everything. And you can get it on your eyelids because it's going to give your eyelids a little bit of substance for the mascara to hang on to. Just know that it can get cakey if you put your powder on first. Now, this is a Shiseido eyelash curler. My sister-in-law just brought it back from Japan. I had this rose gold one. I had this drugstore one. She told me apparently these are really, really great. And guess what? They are. So when I curl my eyelashes, I go down to the base, give a squeeze, hold it, 2, 3, 4, let go, and then come out a little bit, squeeze it again, and come out a little bit and squeeze it again. So 3 squeezes, but you're going to go out toward the tips. Don't pull away, let go before you do that. I also always have a spoolie. And the mascara that I'm using this week is L'Oreal Panorama. This is quite good. Oh, don't do this. That's a bad idea. Always roll your mascara because you're going to get whatever's on the sides. And mascara should be thrown out frequently. That's why I said the one I'm using this week. So you're going to go in on the, well, I go in on the inside of my eyelash and get to the root and just give it a little wiggle. Get into the root, give it a little wiggle. I can tell this mascara is not going to be long. I have to get rid of it. It feels sticky. Keep them nice and fluffy. And then I take my spoolie. I'll go in there. You can use a like a baby toothbrush or any of those things. This is just getting all the clumps out. This is just kind of combing it out. Think about it like when you got a wash and set, or if your grandmother got a wash and set, or your mom got a wash and set. Like they would set it and those curls would be really crunchy, and then you would brush them out and they'd be fabulous. So again, going in and giving it a wiggle at the base. And we're going to call, oh my God, 40 minutes, guys. Wow. It does take me a long time to do this. All right. I got a little flake on my eye. I'm going to show you how you get rid of that. Let it dry. All right. So there we go. We're going to let that little guy dry there. And where's my fan? Go in with another dip for the bottom. Same thing. Wiggle, wiggle. And I don't really draw it out on my lower lashes. I just kind of wiggle it. And then I use the tip to kind of define those lashes. Oop, and now I got a glob in my waterline. All right. So this little guy who got stuck here, if you let him dry, you can just flick him right off. Once it's dry, you just go in and you could use like a broken Q-tip, or you could use something plastic like this. You go in and you flick it off. I got some over there too. So my eyebrows look a little uneven. So I'm going to go in with a little elf pencil too. I'm just going to touch up the edges. Always do the bottom of your eyebrows before you do the top. That's why I brush them up so I can see where that nice line is. And I'm just coloring in a little bit here and there. I never liked those gradient eyebrows that people were doing. I'm so glad they're out of style. I learned my lesson in the 90s because I had really, really skinny eyebrows in the 90s. Prior to that, I had big Brooke Shields eyebrows. Now I have some of that fallout that never grew back from the 90s. And I also have the age factor. where I am losing volume, collagen, and eyebrows. I'm just blending out a little bit more again with another fluffy brushy. I don't know whose brush this is, but this one is fabulous. It's got the little pencil end. It's got this. So it goes in here. This is something that I shied away from for a long time. Highlighter. And the reason I stayed away from highlighter was because so many people were overusing it in the early aughts, and Kim Kardashian with the Neapolitan upper face. And I just didn't want to be that glowy, believe it or not. This is a Cinderella. It's actually a Disney Dream Come True highlight palette. It's really, really pretty. And I will just use this on my cheekbone here. My cheekbone here. And you just want like that, see that little streak of gold? You just want that little streak of gold. You just want it to catch those high points. I'll go in and do my nose as well, just the tip. And my Cupid's bow, I'll do that as well. And a little bit on my chin. So put a little dollop up there, top of my eyelid, top of my eyebrow. My arch, I'm trying to say arch. So there we go. That is a full face makeup for me. So thank you for being here. I have no idea what this video looks like because I can't see the monitor because it's over there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was what you all wanted. If you have any questions, put them down below. If you want me to link products, I can link products. Any of that stuff. And I do feel like I still need a little bit more blush. Move that highlighter around. So thank you. We've got lots of cool stuff coming up this week for you guys. Like I said, Saturday, Gregopedia and I I'm going to have a procedure done on my disc again. So we're not going to be available for live, but we're going to do something production this week for you. We've got lots of interesting stuff going on. And I think I may start doing another feature on this channel. I'm trying to figure out ways to bring more value. And somebody made the request to me to do pick a card, do the sun signs, tarot report. So I'm considering that. So stay tuned because I'm gonna be playing with some different content this week. But until then, I want you guys all to have a fabulous Sunday. I know I'm so late to the table on this, but I'm going to publish as soon as I can. But thank you all for being here, and thank you for supporting my channel and my business. And I will see you in the future for Mixtape Monday tomorrow. Bye now.